Hey everybody, today we'll do another video. And today we will do another video on programming. Yeah, C++. Yep, C++, right? And today we will work with strings. Strings are very useful in programming because when you need to output something, output or let the user enter some data. For example, name of any type of alphabetical, I will say, words, that will be considered strings. And so in programming, we use that a lot when we use, fill out forms for websites, right? So, okay, so let's get started, right? So, let's do another programming, kind of quick, right? And today we will do probably something different. We will use a string. We will use a little bit of Boolean operations, and we will see if the user enters some certain names, right? And it will answer yes or no, whether they are female or male, and see if they will get married or not. Of course, as I am a Bible believing Christian, right? And I believe that marriage should be between a male and a female. It should not be a male and male marriage or female and female marriage, right? That should not be. And I don't care if Google or YouTube and Microsoft and Twitter and whoever is liberal back there that think that should be the way that the marriage will be defined, just because some corrupted judges decided to do that. No, that's not me. And I said, yes, Google. Yes, YouTube. Yes, Twitter. Yes, Facebook. I don't even have Facebook account. Yes, Facebook. Everybody else. I don't care whatever you think. I am an engineer, but I am not a liberal engineer. I want you to know that. All right, let's get it started. Too much talking. I don't want to start talking something that is not even related to the programming part of it, right? Okay, so let's get started. Okay, Visual Studio. And we go and create a new project. Right? So we actually, did I do that too quick? Right? So go to Visual Studio. And then we create new project. We create, okay, and then we name the project, right, here. And we can put it whatever, male or male and female, because that's the definition that I want to use. And female program. Why not? Because a lot of people, they don't even, a lot of people that get into this and they try to be in the politically correctness side, they start saying that you gotta be open mind to understand things the way that maybe you can actually think differently. Well, yeah, I have my mind open to learn anything that is good related to technology, engineering, all that stuff, no problem. But when comes to how God have defined things, I will not retract. No, I can't, because it's interesting that, when you think about, you see, the Bible says that, and again, I don't want to kind of make a big deal on this video, because this video is about programming, but it's one verse in the Bible in Genesis. It says that Genesis 1, and I cannot say what verse it is, because it is in Genesis 1, the couple, when God created man and mankind, right? He said, the Bible says that male and female, God created them. And the word and logic, and computer logic, mean multiplying, mean the statement has to be true in order to get a result. You can get a result, but it's going to be a 0. Now the question is, can male and female reproduce? And the answer is yes. Can male and male reproduce? The answer is no. Can female and female reproduce? And the answer is also no. That's why I stand by my grounds, and I cannot, just because somebody with this bunch of liberals came in and decided that the same-sex marriage is legal, just because the men said that, I cannot accept it. I accept you as a person. I accept you as a person, as a creature of God, but I cannot accept what you twist the mind is, what you twist the mind does, what you practicing, what you disgusting things that you are doing, that you one day will be in front of the judge of the judges, not the corrupt people of the White House, not those judges. No, I'm talking about the judges. The judge, only one, is going to be God. And when you get in front of him, yes, it's going to be a judgment. It's going to be a judgment. And it's going to be a judgment for eternity. So I care about you, Saul. I care about you, but I don't care. But I don't love what you do, the thing that you do. But I love you as a creature of God. So you will one day come to Jesus Christ and repent, right? Anyway, this is enough of enough. Enough is enough for this. This is supposed to be a programming video, and I'm taking too much time. Sorry, right? But I am not sorry with Google. I am not sorry with all those liberal big tech companies. I'm sorry for them. Not. Because I know. I mean, probably they're not going to like this video, but it's fine. It's totally fine. I don't care. Don't care. But I want you to learn how to program. That's it. All right. Let's get started. Okay, so let's go to project, add new item, and highlight that, and add a new item. Right? We're done. Right? So, and let's do here let's do Solution Explorer. I don't see Solution Explorer activate here. Here, it's right there now. So just put male and female program. That's it. Okay, that's a comment anyway. Okay, so let's get it started, right? So now let's include and let's include IO stream right there, right? Let's include and let's include another library that we're going to use that is called string, right? So we need the string library. It's right there. Enter. Use a namespace. So we use a namespace, right? And right there. And then std, semicolon, and int, right? Main. And body of the program. So here, just the body, right? So here you can put something like declare object, right? So just put little notes in there where the variables are going to be. That's it. Okay, so we have that. Now we put variables, like we can put string, right? So we'll start with the string because we putting out string, right? And you can see that turns in blue, light blue, right? Recognized by C++, or by the, right? So it's a keyword from C++. So, all right, let's use, we will be using 3 male, female. It's going to be Boolean. I will just do a Boolean, just to check probably not gonna use it in this. It would be used, but probably would be not too necessary. Eventually, I probably will do another one just with Booleans, but right now I will not just. I will just basically use the Boolean as the Boolean inside an if statement to check, right, if some stuff is true or not. So we can say male. And actually, male, the name had to be in string, so male, and I can say name, and usually put the big usually the first letter of the first letter of the first part, in this case name, or the first letter of the second word, which is male. Usually put a capital, right? So, all right, string, right? And then we said, the string, and we can set female or name, and then female, right? And then we can say we can say this is male and female, right? Name the names, right? That will be enter for both people, right? And then we will do what is called yes or no, right? And I can say, because it's going to be two people entering yes or no, so we have to kind of define both of them and say, okay, if this person say this and this say that, then it's going to be true or false, right? So O will equal the string that we're trying to define. So we can say the string, and then we can say yes, no. We can say male. Why not? Male, right? This is for the male, right? And then we can set string. And we can set yes, yes, no, just no. And I can set female, right? Female. Right? So, just like that. Now, here I will declare a bool, the Boolean, right? So if I had to check to use the Boolean expression, whether the statement is true or false, I will have to use a Boolean expression. So bool, right? Bool, and I can set male equal to what? Equal to true. Right? And then bool female equal to true. They both gotta be true. Otherwise, the statement not gonna make any sense. And yeah, so I don't want to go back to whatever I was talking before. So I was no, because it doesn't make any sense anyway. But it is what it is, right? So all you gotta do is kind of pray and ask God for mercy for those people that are doing that disgusting stuff. Okay. So let's do it right here. Okay, so let's do. So I have all this, right? And the only thing that I have declared is this. This stuff right here. This gotta be input. And also and these are the names. That's the yes or no, right? And this is going to be true, right? So okay. So okay, so let's get started, right, with the programming. So let's do it right here. We can say cout, right? So cout, and we can say enter. So we can say enter the bride, enter the groom, right? Right, the groom's right name. All right, and we will have that cout. All right, complete right there. And we'll say cin, and we said name, right? So we say this, right? So we actually put in this right there. So the the guy enters his name, right? Supposed to be a man, right there, right? Then we can do, right? So we ask him the question, and then we can say see out. We ask him the question. And we actually ask him a question. Can I greet him? Right? We say hello. And then we can actually say right here, we can actually say, if we said hello, right? We can say hello. Hello, and we can say hello, and then we can actually between here put another less than, and simply put name of the male, right? Which is man. Wait a second, undo. Undo. Okay, just type it, name, male, right? Okay, so, and then we can ask him, we can say, right here is when I have to be careful because I have to put extra spaces in between, otherwise it will be all together, which it doesn't, can't really read it, because there's a bunch of things together. Everything put together, a bunch of text put together, right? Doesn't, can even, so that's why it's a good thing to put a space in between here. Right, so maybe we can put a between this space right here, right? That will create a space between a hello and name. Now we can ask him a question. We can say, are you a male? Right? And I'm gonna ask him a question like that, right? And then we can put another space again, because this is going to be all cluster if I don't do this between there, right? Okay, so now here, and so we'll say cint, enter the group's name, and he will enter his name. His name will be, it says hello, name, whatever. Are you a male? Right? And he will cin yes or no. So it will cin, it will enter his answer whether he is a male or a female, right? So here I will say yes or no. It's going to be this one, right? All right, so, all right, so that's basically, right, the first part of it. And then simply I can actually just copy this and change some stuff in there, because this spacing stuff takes a long time, adding quotation marks and all that, you know, less than symbols and all that stuff, right? So here I can say it. I can say, right, to have a little space in between there, enter the bride, the bride's name, right? So that will be for the bride, right? And here I will change this to female. Female, right? And then I will change this to female. All right, and change this to female, right? All right, so that's it. I think that's it for the declaration, for the, for the cin, for the letting the user, to prompt the user, right? So we have the declaration, variables right here, and then we actually have the, what is called prompt the user, right? Prompt the user, right? So now here we'll do the logic of the program, right? So we will say the following, right? So we said if, right, we will check some certain conditions, right? So we said that if yes male, or just male, or just female, right? So if both are true, or both are yes, right? Because it's a string. So I can say name male, right? Name male, if name male, and name okay, so before this, because I have a string here, so they both gotta equal a string, right? So if both of them are equal to a string, which is, the string is going to be yes, right? And here we'll say if male, if name male, right? So equal to another string, which is yes. If they respond yes, if they say yes, the question, then this statement is going to be true, right? And it's going to execute something, right? So if it's going to execute something, then I have to put inside, I have to put a set of brackets like this, right? If I want this to execute something inside, right, that inside the if statement, and the logic, because I got this, if both of them equal to yes, right, then execute something, do something, right? But inside here, I need to do something. It's called another if statement. And that if statement is going to contain the Boolean expression here, which is going to be male, right? Male and male, right? And female. Male and female, right? So that should equal true, right? If this statement is true, if this statement, we'll check this statement, right? Of course, we set up this to true, right? If these both are true, and they answer yes to this, then we will do something inside this, right? And that something is going to be the output, right? And for that, I'm going to because this is just the programming, the declaration of variables and all that stuff is not really time consuming. Setting up this stuff between this, the spaces between the output is the one that takes a long time. All right, so I will say the first name, the male, right? Which one is the sequence first? Well, the sequence male, so I will say name male, right? And name female, right? Will get married, right? Right, so just like that, probably. Okay, now if this statement is true, if they both answer yes, actually, nope. Let me go back. This is not right. This is not right here. Let me just change it. Good thing that I caught it. So this one is supposed to be whatever they enter. Their response is, which is yes, male, and yes, female, right? So all right, if those two answers that they put equal yes, equal to that string yes, then it will check if the male and female are both true. Then it will see out yes, so and so can get married, right? Else, so here, else, this if statement is nested with this if statement. This if statement is nested with this if statement. Below this if statement, I will say else. If none of those are true, right, then I will output something else. That is going to be the which is going to be what? It's going to be name male, going to be name female, right? So those two. Now, all right, so the last thing here should be equal to the last thing here that we need to do is what? It should be return 0, right? Return 0. All right, and of course we end up with semicolon, right? So, and again, this is defined as the Boolean, they both equal to true. If the Boolean does not equal true, if one of them this is false, this will not execute, right? So, but we set it up equal to true intentionally because in order for to be a valid marriage, it had to be male and female, right? And again, I don't want to go back to the same thing, right? So it's one of the things I just want you to learn how to program. But interestingly enough, a lot of these people think that they are the smartest people, and unfortunately, and a lot of people say that if you're not thinking like they think, if you don't think like they think, then you're not open mind, and you are just somebody they call us names, Walmart choppers, deplorables, and all that stuff. But it is what it is. And again, I don't care if Google, as long as you learn how to program, I don't care if Google or YouTube decide to, demonetize my videos or whatever. I don't. As long as you learn the basic how to program and learn something out of these videos, right? I am not doing this for money. Nope. I would like you to subscribe to the channel and leave comments and all that stuff. I would like you to do that. Subscribe, like, and comment. But I am not here to make money out of YouTube videos. No. Right? So, okay. That's not my goal. All right, so let's see. Let's see if this runs. Okay, so enter a name, right? So let's say Joe. All right. Hello, Joe, or are you male? And if I say yes, right? Enter the bride's name, right? Alicia. All right. Hello, Alicia. See, I had to change this, right? But, all right, because when I copy and paste, I never change it. I gotta just go back and change it. Are you a female, right? So, do it again. Right? So, Joe, right? Hello, Joe, are you a male? And I say yes. Oops. Oh, I misspelled it. See, the computer catches it, right? Right. And then, are you, well, it says enter the bride's name, right? So let's do Alicia. Right? And enter. Are you a female? And I say yes. Nope. Just regular. Yes. See, and the reason why they say no is because I did not enter yes here. She said yes, but I did not complete yes here. So I have to, you gotta answer yes on both, right? Let me, the complete word, run this again. All right, so, Joe. Oh, yeah, why not? Right, and then do it again. So, are you a male? And I can say yes, right? And then I can say enter bride. Well, it says enter bride's name, right? And I can say Alicia again. Why not? All right. So, are you a male? I'm sorry, are you a female? And I said yes, right? So that was to answer the question, right? And yes, Joe and Alicia can get married, right? So that works. Now let's test it with one being a male and one being, or maybe if they say no on both, right? All right, so if I said, because if they say no, probably they are. If the guy, if the guy is say no, then he is a female, right? If the lady say no, is also. So okay, so see they okay. Let's do this again. Okay, Joe, right? And he says no. Well, one of them has to say no, though, because technically one of them, if Joe say no, like for example, if Joe say no, right, he is not a male, that means that he is a female, right? That means that he is a female. Now, if the lady, if the female says no, then that means that she is not a female, so it's also a male, which they cannot get married, right? So, but anyway, so if they say no, like for example, if Sissy say no, right, and then Angela, right, just do Angela, and then say Angela, hello Angela, are you a female? And she'll say no, right? Yep, it says no, Joe and Angela cannot get married, right? So okay, so let's test it. So that was a no on both, right? Let's test it with enter. All right, so let's do enter the group name, right? John, right? Right, and if John, right, says, for example, right, so if John, right, enter the name, okay, and then John, are you male? Are you a male? And he said yes, right? And he said yes, right? So, and then if, and then Angela again, what name, Joanne, right? Joanne, right? So let's see, Joanne, are you a female? And she says no, right? So he say yes, but she say no. Well, if she's not a female, then she's a male, right? So, all right. No, John and Joanne cannot get married, right? Now, that was a yes and a no. Now let's try a no and a yes, right? So, let's try a no and a yes, right? It says Tom, right? Why not? Tom, are you a male, right? And I say no, right? And then the bride's name, right? And then let's put Emily, right? Emily, right? Emily. Emily, right? Hello, Emily. Are you a female, right? And she says yes, right? So she said yes, but he said no. That means that Tom is not a male, which Tom become a female, and a female cannot get married, right? And again, right, male and females, right, male and female, right, should not get married, right? So let's put this again, right? So let's test it out. Nope, Tom and Emily cannot get married, right? So this code works, right? And let's say that, for example, we did not check. Let's say that, for example, that I did not have this, right? And I turned this one of them false, right? If one of them is false, then it's going to execute the rest of the stuff, right? It's going to, they cannot get married still, right? Because this statement had to be true, right? So if I say false here, what is going to happen is, even though they both say yes, but it's going to leave those if statement and do the else statement, which they will not be getting married anyway, because those two statements, those two if statements have to be true in order for All right. So in order for that piece of code in there to execute, right. So let's do Joe again. All right. Let's test this out a little quick. And he said yes. Right. And let's say that Alicia. And she said yes. Right. So see, it's not this piece of code right here. It's not even running. And the reason for that, let's see. What will be the reason? Let's see. Because it's not true. Bottom line, the code will not run because it's not true. That statement has to be true. Right? So because what happened here is that the code doesn't execute. The code doesn't execute because by definition, I am saying that it's true. But if this code is not true because I have declared that one of them is false, this code will not execute, right? So, but, right? So if I say that it's equal to false, in here, it will execute, right? Because at true and a true give you a false, right? If I change it to false, basically what this is doing is this is setting, okay, this if statement here is setting up, okay, if this condition is met, it's true. Doesn't matter, right? Like this can be false. Well, if this is false, it's going to jump in the other part of its statement, right? But if this is true, okay, if this is false, then it will jump an else, right? But if I set up this to true and I define this to Boolean to true, it has to be true to run this. Else, it will not run. The code will not run. But if I change it to false, I am pretty sure that it will run, because a true and a true give you a false, right? So what happened? Okay. Something is not right here. Okay, here you go. So Joe, right? And then he said yes. And then Kim, right? Then Kim. And Kim also said yes. Okay, so yes. And the reason why, because if that statement is false, then it will run, right? So basically to kind of conclude this, right? So this false, this statement right here is what is doing the checking. This also does the checking. This has to be true in order for this. If this is not true, then it will just go and check this if this condition is met, right? That's true, right? But this also has to be true. It has to be true. This one has to be true, right? So if these conditions are met If this condition is met, which they say yes, right? And then if male and female equal to true, which you already defined, right? Then it's going to run, right? Or vice versa. If we change it to false, if we change one of these to false, and we change this to false, then it also will run, right? It will display. But we don't want that, because this male and female have to be defined as true. They both have to answer true. Either the female has to be a female and the male has to be a male in order to get married, right? So that's why we set up these Boolean variables just to check the condition inside this if statement, which also includes a Boolean operation, which is, and, but technically it's not, Boolean should be defined as bool, like this, right? That's just Boolean. It's a Boolean variable, but this, and all that stuff is also part of the Boolean logics, right? But these are Boolean variables right here. This is Boolean logic type, right? So, or they call it operators too. So we just, technically, and O, exclusive O. All those terms are part of the Boolean operators. All right, so this has been the code for today, guys. Hopefully you learned something. And if you learned something, just let me know. You can leave comments and you can subscribe. You can like this video. Just anything, right? So anything that you do, and that will motivate me to keep uploading videos on this channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you again. Thank you for watching.